As you listen now, or maybe just pretend to listen, you might begin to notice something interesting happening. Because the mind, your mind, it already knows how to learn, doesn't it? Just like it's been learning all along, even before you realised it. And isn't it fascinating how some learnings happen in an instant, while others unfold over time, as if they're always there, just waiting to be noticed. Because learning, it isn't about acquiring knowledge, it's about transformation. And transformation begins with a thought, a shift, a recognition that something is different now. As you hear these words, as your unconscious mind absorbs them in just the right way, at just the right time, you might begin to wonder, what will I realise first? And you might not know it yet, but inside you, there's already a deep understanding, a knowing beyond words, beyond logic, an awareness that recognises patterns, connections, hidden structures beneath the surface. Because language is more than words. It's a bridge, a pathway, a doorway. And just as the right key can unlock a door, the right words, they can unlock potential. Now, isn't it fascinating how beliefs shape experience? How a simple shift in perspective can open up entirely new worlds of possibility. Because what if every limitation was just a belief waiting to be redefined? What if every challenge was simply an invitation to see more, to hear more, to experience more? And as you begin to think about that, you might also begin to feel something shifting inside, like a puzzle piece clicking into place. Because when you truly understand how people think, how they respond, how their minds create meaning, you begin to see patterns everywhere. And patterns, once noticed, can be changed. Because the mind, it isn't fixed. It's fluid, adaptable, playful. And you might begin to wonder, how easy would it be to step into that fluidity, to move with it, to shape it gently, like an artist moulding clay? And the more you think about it, the more you realise, persuasion, it isn't about forcing. It's about guiding, leading, inviting someone to step into a new reality, a new perspective, one that feels so natural, so effortless. They wonder why they didn't see it before. And maybe, just maybe, you're beginning to see it now. Because every conversation is a dance, a rhythm, a flow of ideas weaving together, subtly shifting, evolving, transforming. And as you listen, or do you simply let these words settle deep inside, you might begin to feel something new emerging, a confidence, a certainty, a realisation that you've always had this ability, and now it's simply waking up. Isn't it wonderful to know that change happens effortlessly, naturally, just like breathing? Because right now, in this moment, your unconscious mind is already integrating everything it needs. And you don't even have to try. You can just allow it to happen in the way that feels best for you. And as you step forward into this new awareness, this new understanding, you might begin to notice how easily, how naturally these patterns appear in your own words, your own thoughts, your own interactions. When that happens, you'll know something has already changed. And isn't that wonderful? So as you listen, you might begin to notice how effortlessly the mind adapts. As if we're already designed for change, for growth, for constant expansion. And isn't it fascinating how transformation can occur in the smallest, most subtle moments? Moments you might have overlooked before, but now they seem so much more significant, don't they? Because you're beginning to realise even the smallest shift can lead to profound lasting change. And as you let these words settle deeper into your awareness, you might find yourself thinking, what would it be like to be aware of those shifts, to feel them as they happen naturally, easily, like a river that flows effortlessly around rocks and obstacles, finding its way forward, constantly moving and reshaping. Because you see, every moment is an opportunity, an invitation to create, to explore, to learn something new. And every time you step into that space of curiosity, of openness, of possibility. You're creating something new for you. And you've done it before. You've already stepped into the unknown, trusted your intuition and found your way, effortlessly. And it's so easy to forget how many times you've done this already. Now as you reflect on that, think about this. What if everything you've ever needed to change, to grow, to step into your full potential was already within you? Imagine that for a moment. The wisdom, the understanding, the power, all right there, ready to be tapped into. And with each passing moment, you might notice tapping into that power becomes easy and natural. You start to see the world in a different way, don't you? Every interaction, every conversation, every challenge becomes an opportunity to explore, to learn, to evolve. And the more you think about it, the more you realize how true it is. What if you didn't need to know all the answers right away? What if instead you trusted the process, trusted yourself, trusted your ability to adapt? Because that's what the mind does, isn't it? It adapts. And the more you allow it to do so, the more powerful and resourceful it becomes. It's like a muscle, growing stronger with each experience, each opportunity, each choice you make. And the more you use this muscle, the more naturally it functions. And when you begin to see the world this way, through this lens of opportunity, of growth, of effortless change, something inside you shifts. It's like a new belief is born. A belief that change isn't hard, that growth isn't a struggle, that transformation is natural, inevitable, and even enjoyable. You begin to see every step forward as a celebration of your progress. Every moment of growth is a victory, and each victory, no matter how small, is a reminder that you're on the right path. As you think about this, notice how your mind begins to embrace these new ideas, these new beliefs, as if they're always meant to be there. They integrate seamlessly without resistance, flowing into your consciousness like a stream of energy that lifts you higher, effortlessly, with every passing moment. When you reflect on your interactions with others, you might begin to notice how much easier it is to understand their responses, to recognize their patterns, to see what's really going on beneath the surface. And in that moment of recognition, you realize you can guide, you can influence, you can open doors that were once closed. You see, understanding is the key that unlocks so much more, isn't it? When you understand someone's world, their thoughts, their emotions, you're no longer separate. You're connected. You're in tune. And that connection, that is where the magic happens. With every interaction, you might notice yourself becoming more and more attuned to those subtle shifts, those little details, those moments where you can guide the conversation, guide the thought process, guide the change. It becomes so natural, so easy. You hardly even notice what happens. But inside, deep down, you know it's happening. And it's happening because you trust yourself. You trust the process. You trust change is easy. And your mind is constantly working in your favour. And in that space of trust, where the possibilities are endless, you may find yourself asking, what could I accomplish now? What could I achieve? Without effort, without struggle, simply by allowing the natural flow of the mind to guide me forward. Because the more you allow yourself to be guided by your intuition, your deeper knowing, the more you begin to realize the answers, they're always within you. And isn't it incredible to think about that right now? In this very moment, your unconscious mind is already shifting, adjusting, aligning with these new beliefs, these new possibilities, because it's happening effortlessly, naturally, as if we're always a part of the plan, and you're just allowing it to unfold, to emerge in its own perfect time. As you reflect on all of this, you might notice something else, a deep sense of confidence and knowing that everything you need to succeed, to grow, to achieve your goals, is already within you. It's been there all along, and now you're simply tapping into it more and more every day. And as that happens, you feel lighter, freer, more expansive, because The more you trust this process, the more you realize there's no limit to what you can accomplish. And you know, don't you? The more you embrace this understanding, the more effortless it becomes. Change is easy. Growth is natural. And transformation is something that you simply step into. One small step at a time. And with each shift, you're creating the life that you've always dreamed of, effortlessly, with grace, with ease. And isn't that what life is really about? So as you continue to listen, it might occur to you how easy it is to forget how much power you really have, how much influence you already carry, simply by the way you perceive the world. Because perception, after all, is everything, isn't it? The way you look at things changes everything, shifts everything, and in every moment you have the ability to choose how you see, how you feel, how you respond. So imagine for a moment what it would be like to shift effortlessly, naturally, from one perspective to another, from limitation to possibility, from doubt to certainty. It happens in an instant, with a thought, with a word, with a simple decision. And when you take that decision, you notice how easily everything starts to flow, to unfold, as if the universe itself is conspiring to help you to move forward, gently, powerfully, with every breath that you take. Now notice how even as you hear these words, there's a part of you that already knows how to make this shift. That part of you knows exactly what to do, when to do it, and how, because that part of you has been quietly working all along, weaving threads of change through your mind, guiding you towards new beliefs, new ways of thinking, new patterns of success. And as you embrace this deeper knowing, you might notice how those old beliefs, the ones held you back, they begin to loosen their grip. They fade away, as if they were never really a part of you to begin with. And instead, new beliefs take their place. Beliefs that open doors, that create opportunities, that lead you towards greater success and fulfillment, with little to no effort at all. Because the truth is, you don't need to try so hard. You never really needed to. The effort, the struggle, the challenge, they were just old stories, and now you're writing a new one. A story where things flow. A story where change is not a struggle, but an effortless unfolding. And isn't it interesting to think about how the mind works in such beautiful, surprising ways? The way it can take something that once felt impossible and turn it into something so simple, so easy. Because the mind loves simplicity. It thrives on ease. Once you allow yourself to trust in that simplicity, you'll see how quickly things can align. Notice how effortlessly the pieces fall into place, like a jigsaw puzzle slowly coming together, one piece at a time. And in that moment of recognition, you begin to understand everything you need is already within reach. Every skill, every resource, every ability, it's all there, waiting for you to claim it. And the more you allow yourself to believe in this truth, the more natural it becomes, a part of you, a part of who you are. It's no longer something you have to try for, because it's something you simply step into with ease and with confidence. And you might begin to notice how your thoughts are shifting, how your language is shifting, because the words you use, the thoughts you think, they shape your reality. And as you embrace the idea that your thoughts are powerful, your words become even more so. Every word you speak, every thought you have, it's a step closer to the life you desire. Every sentence, every belief, every idea that comes into your mind, it's a brushstroke on the canvas of your reality. And as you think about that, you might begin to notice how easy it is to shift your focus. It's almost as if you're learning to direct your attention with greater clarity, to choose what you focus on with effortless precision. And the more you focus on what you want, on the possibility, the opportunities, the potential, the more those things come into your life effortlessly, just as they always have. And as you embrace that truth, you might realize how much easier it is to simply allow things to unfold. Because the more you trust the process, the more you trust yourself, the more everything just seems to work out in your favor. It's as if the world aligns with your desires, your intentions naturally. Things just fall into place in the most surprising and delightful ways. And every step forward you take, no matter how small, is a testament to the power of your beliefs. Every action you take, every decision you make, is a direct reflection of the new beliefs that you're installing in your mind right now. And the more you move forward, the more you begin to realize how effortless this change has been. Because the more you allow yourself to believe that change is easy, the easier it becomes. And the deeper you go into this understanding, the more you'll notice how much your perception shifts, how much more expansive your view of the world becomes, how much more you see the connections, the opportunities, the pathways that are always there, just waiting to be discovered. And as you discover them, you realize you're not just walking down a path, you're creating it. Every step you take, every belief you embrace, is another stone laid down on the road to your dreams. And as you take that step, you might find yourself realizing something amazing. There's no limit to what you can achieve, no limit to how far you can go. Because the more you trust yourself, the more you step into this flow of effortless change, the more you realize there was nothing standing in your way. The only thing that ever stood between you and your desires was the belief that something was hard, too difficult, too unattainable. And now you understand. It was always within your reach. And as you step forward with this new understanding, you might begin to feel something shift even deeper. It's like a sense of calm, of confidence, of inner knowing. You're exactly where you need to be. You're exactly who you need to be. And with every moment, with every thought, with every word, you continue to evolve into the version of yourself you're always meant to be. And to embrace that new version of yourself, you realize this is the beginning of something extraordinary. Something you've already started. Something you've already begun. Because transformation doesn't happen overnight. It happens in the small moments, in the subtle shifts, in the gentle decisions that you make every day. As you continue to make those decisions, you move closer and closer to the life you desire, with ease, with grace, and with limitless possibility.